very good evening to you all. Oh my goodness, are we excited about this next hour? It is a brand new one-day special launch and there's a few firsts. Well, shall I go through them? It's the first one-day special for Julie Hickey. It's the first full collection for Julie Hickey, but not only that, I've got a very special guest who is behind this collection. Let's say a very good evening to, of course, our very own Hazel Eaton. Good evening, Hazel.
Hello.
Oh, how excited are you?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 11.
Amazing. How did you find yourself here?
Well, me and Julie have been friends for a lot of years, and it was kind of off the back of a remark that I'd said to her, and yeah, that was it. The rest is history. I just started drawing away, and this is what I've come up with.
Oh my goodness, when you see the samples as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the details quite quickly. I'm going to show 1 or 2 samples as well, but then we're going to go over to Hazel to see the buzz so she can explain the concept clearly, because it is very, very special. Now, you were shopping before we went live. It's already busy as well. Oh my goodness, already nearly 10% of the stock has gone. Now what you've got here is 92 individual stamps. There are 3 sets, but 92 individual stamps. You've got 36 papers, and they are beautiful as well, double-sided papers. You've got 180 glosses. If you're not sure what they are, they're right here at the top. We'll come back to those. You'll see those in demonstration, I'm sure. And we've got 2 stencils with the masks that go with them as well. And by that, of course, well, I know Julie's got the boards, not Julie, Hazel. You see, too many names already. You've got the masks as well as the stencils. So I've got the little dropout bits here, which are so useful. Now, as a Freedom member, if you look at the price, you are saving £17.99. It actually equates to the fact that you're not really paying for the stencils and masks. In fact, you're not paying for them. You've still got £1 change, I believe. £15.98 it would cost you. So yes, you've got change out of that. And the way you can work with these as well, 219081. We'll look at 1 or 2 samples. We're talking female, we're talking male, we're talking those papers, we're talking all sorts of different effects here. We've got dies that will correspond as well. They're coming up as well. I will tell you, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip. We have got the paper pad individually. I would be popping that into your basket as well. The fact that you've got flexi, yes, you can split the cost of anything else. So do shop ahead for the die and an extra paper pad. It is a why not deal. That means, of course, that if you are buying today, if you become a Freedom member, if you're not already one, then you will be making further savings on top of the monthly fee that it will cost you to join. We are very, very busy already. I'm trying not to mix these up too much because Hazel has put them in so many wonderful piles for me. We've got male, we've got female. Let me bring another female one in for you here. We've got the papers, we've got the stencils, we've got the masks, we've got, so much here. In conjunction possibly with some of these samples as well, the dies. Absolutely beautiful. The sentiments on one of the die sets as well. I mean, there's so many ways of working with these. All from one collection, these different samples, all created from this collection, but each and every one of them completely different. Now, Hazel has been working on this since May. And I think, well, I hear from Hazel herself that actually this has kind of grown further than she expected. I'm going to let Hazel explain why. And Hazel, if you don't mind, if you can explain the concept for us.
Of course I can. It would be my pleasure. Okay, so I've got 2 boards here, probably be better for the overhead. And I'm just going to put them side by side for you to see. So we've got all about the girls on this set. The whole concept started with Julie has got a circle die set. So if I just bring these dies, and forgive me, I need to use my tweezers to lift them off of my magnetic
We
sheet.
forgive you, don't worry about that.
So I started off and I die cut myself some circles, and then I started designing and drawing and adding the elements. What I wanted was this area here to be able to personalise your cards. So whether you're a new crafter, you would always send cards out to your family. So I wanted these sets to be that you can personalise. So I've given you 2 my or 2 our. And then we've got 4 descriptive words. So you've got beautiful, amazing, loving and gorgeous. And then every every female relation, but I've also included in-law, step, great. So you can have your great granddaughter, you can mix and match. I've also added in ma'am and mum and mother and mummy, because there's so many different ways. And also you can see there we've got nanny, granny, nana and nan, because again, so many people, and we've got grandma and granny. Lots of different ways.
And if you want to shorten it to gran, you can use the granny shortening, and also the word grand will be
so many different options. But then I also wanted to add in this element, so it was a card out of the packet. And that's what I've got on here. So by it working with the dies, you can cut out the elements. And if I bring this other board in for you to see, this is it stamped down and coloured and flat in its right, so that I've got my, I know this is on the mail set, to our wonderful son, but then you can chop out the elements, and that's what I mean, so you can build your card up. But then this element would work on any card that you make, and you can then personalise it for whatever family member or friend that you're sending it to, because we've got an additional set which I will come back to, which has got this piece in here that says just for you, and I've also added in additional sentiments that says happy Christmas. So at Christmas time you'd send a card maybe to your wonderful mum and dad, but you can mix and match the descriptive words. So
amazing.
If I come across to this one, this is the mail set, the same sort of theme, but I wanted to give all of the extra elements so that you can build it up and make your own, oh, I can't even think of the word.
Well, one thing I can think about.
That's it, a masterpiece.
I'm worrying already, Hazel, because I can tell you it is literally flying out the door. Not only that, the dies that you've just been explaining about. Yeah. Oh my goodness, these are flying as well.
They cut like little frame. They're like little rings, so because a skinny circle.
They are frames, really, aren't
and
they?
on one of the samples on the front, well, on two, the ones that are in the box frames, you'll see the skinny circle, and it just frames everything. They just work so, so well.
I can tell you, when it comes to the dies, a third of the stock has already gone. You've got a great saving of £6 there. Absolutely amazing. 987095. Of course, we can see some of those elements, some of those samples that Hazel has mentioned there.
There you go, yeah.
Oh, just beautiful.
So that's using the stamps, it's using the dies, it's using the pattern papers, and also the stencils as well.
Do you know what I love about this collection as well? You know, you've got that really good balance of, it can be contemporary, it can be grungy, it can be pretty, it can be everything in between. You've got so many different sort of elements that mix together.
If it's not, you know, if you don't like being grungy, everything. It's versatile, and it's one of them sets that you will, whenever you make a card, you'll pick it up for something.
It's definitely a go-to collection, that's for sure.
And look at the samples. I mean, I have to thank, I'm going to thank now, just in case I get run away with myself, but thank you so much to the design team. Each and every one of you have been amazing. And thank you to Julie and Paula, because I wouldn't be stood here if it wasn't for them. So thank you.
Do you know, well, we're so glad you are stood there, Hazel. We are so, so busy with this. Saving £11 on the one-day special, and you've got that flexi payment, 2 payments. You can split it both ways. If you are adding in the dies, if you are adding in the papers, we've got other things on the show as well, more glosses. In fact, do have a look. You can split the cost of everything. These samples, as Hazel says, are absolutely divine. I think there's so many different tastes, so many different colours, so many different variations. 219081 is that item number. Now, we're only just over 8 minutes in, and we are already approaching a quarter of the entire stock already gone. I can see at the corner of my eye, Hazel is fanning herself. I don't want her to pass out, so I'm going to go back over there right now. Are you all right, Hazel?
I'm fine, I'm fine. I am fine. Shall I continue showing these sets? Because I think it's really important that you see everything that you're getting. So, continuing on with the mail set, an important one in here, I've put partner in there. And I do have to thank one of my good friends for that. But again, fabulous, brilliant, wonderful, awesome. We've repeated to my and to our because people might just buy into one set or the other. But you've got boyfriend, you've got fiance, daddy, granddad, everything that you can imagine. You've got great and step as well. Now this is the additional one, which will mix and match with both sets. So they'll stand alone as well, because I've done with love, happy birthday and just for you. But then I've done happy Christmas on your special day and you are a star. So these will mix and match in with both sets, and then we've got all of these extra little elements. This is amazing. Love this piece here. You've got the little crosshatch there. This little wording says holly, and that will work in with your Christmas one. Now, this bit here, special friend, that kind of completed everything for me, because now It's for family
Yeah.
and friends to personalise. So that's your stamps. If I bring in the paper pad, sorry, I wasn't quick enough for you. In here, we have got 36 double-sided sheets. They're 170 GSM. We've got skinny kind of weathered board. Yep. These have all been hand done by myself, so they've got different flicks of all sorts going on there. The back of the skinny ones is a colour. So we've got those ones there. And if I just skim through, the back of the wider one, we've gone for the other colour. So it'll either be brown or black on the back or a patterned colour. So you're not going to want me to flick through all of, so I'm just going to flick that. Look at the colours that we've got there. They are absolutely beautiful. And you can stamp onto these. You can emboss them. You can heat emboss on them. But the detail...
Perfect weight, aren't they, for die cutting?
Yeah, and I love the detail that's come up in there from the different sprays and that I've put on there.
Okay.
So it's already given you a really, really good base.
Hazel, we've got an update.
Okay.
Not only are we extremely busy on the one-day special, it is flying. Those dies, I've got to tell you, we are approaching limited stock on those. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
You need that, yeah. You
we
definitely
are.
need them to go.
We're not even a quarter of the way through. We're only 11 minutes into the show.
Okay.
I'm just hearing another update. Yes, they've just technically sold it. That means all stock is allocated in baskets right now. I don't know whether we can get any more. We're going to work on this. We are not sure. If you check your baskets out now, if you haven't already checked out, do so. If you're still considering other items, check out your baskets now. Come back in again for those other items, because if they time out your basket, you might lose them to somebody else. I honestly don't know what's going to happen here. Right, OK, we'll better get back to Hazel while we've still got some stock. OK,
so last but one elements, we've got the stencil and mask sets. Now, I'll start off with the fern. This, absolutely. The detail. So you've got your masks, and then you've got the stencil, and then I've given you extra elements, again, to build up your card. You'll have to excuse my glue around, but this here, you'll be blown away with the techniques that you can do. You can brayer this, you can stamp ink with it, you can heat emboss with it, you can emboss it through your machine. I mean, look in there on that card. That was actually my daughter's birthday card. She was one of the first to receive a card made from the collection, but how amazing does it look? And that's just the fern. Now this one, again, you've got your masks, so you can ink and stamp these up. Now I wanted a piece. You've got them in your hand, so I'll let you go through there. But these little elements here, you've got your birthday. So this piece will fit inside this piece and give you detail, and then that piece fits inside that piece. Yeah. So it's been really thought about, and I just wanted to give you the most for your money and to get the most versatility out of it. I'll hand it to you so that you can show some
Yes, I've got
ideas
some
there.
techniques here on some boards to show you. You can see exactly what Hazel's been talking about there. You can see the birthday sentiment, the different variations of the stars there. Remember, you've got the masks and the stencils. That's why you're seeing so many different techniques throughout the boards that I'm about to show you. Using inks, using your sprays. Draw into these as well, doodle into them. You've got all those different options.
There's your heat embossing.
Yes,
yeah.
I was just going to say, with your clear inks, look at that effect there. So using your embossing powders, overlaying as well, very, very important.
That one's a little bit upside down,
isn't it? I've just spotted the birthday, but doesn't that look amazing?
How easy is it? Look at that. That's just using the stencils, and I haven't even put a stamp on there.
I know. Incredible, incredible. And it just keeps going. It works. Everything works so well together. Yeah. Look at that leaf. Again, using the heat embossing. Oh, that is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that effect. So, of course, the leaves on top of a background there. You can see the spritzing in the background. You can see the heat embossing in the foreground again. Using the mask there. Using your inks just over the top. And, of course, your jelly plate as well, Hazel.
Yes,
they're going to work perfectly with a jelly plate, aren't they?
Yeah, it will indeed, yeah. But that was your second generation. This is your first generation. Amazing. And that is you'll see me doing that.
Detail in these. Absolutely incredible. They're going to keep giving, aren't they? Yeah. Definitely a go-to collection. These are just a few of the techniques from the stencils and the masks that you've just seen within the collection there. Do you know, there's so many samples at the back here. I'm just going to grab a few because they're all in different piles. So you do get your papers in here. Let me show you some samples using the papers in conjunction with, of course, other items from the one-day special itself. Those papers I absolutely adore. You've probably heard me say it many, many times. I love anything that's a wood effect.
Yeah.
But the colours that you've got here, Hazel, the fact that you've given us the different widths in that wood effect,
Yeah.
the wider panels, the thinner panels, look at the die cuts, look at the stamping effects here, the way that you can change those sentiments, it just goes on and on and on. Then, of course, we have the stamps that are suitable for female. We have the stamps suitable for male. We talked about the different techniques. We talk about keeping it pretty and light, grungy and dark if you want it, but very simplistic. For me, they are sometimes the hardest cards to make, Hazel.
Absolutely, and these few cards that you've got there just demonstrate you don't have to use the whole image all of the time. You can just use the personalisation and that gorgeous fern leaf. You can use them with your heat embossing as well. You can make that into a Christmas card. There's so many different ways.
Oh, I love this one.
I love this too. This is from
that.
Marion Emberson, and that's one stamp off the stamp set, and it's
look
just
how
amazing.
she's used the glosses there.
Yeah.
The glosses also
That was the last thing I've got in my hand to mention, but you've just mentioned it now.
Yeah, because we do have 2 packs of glosses in the complete collection.
Yeah.
We have got more on the show as well, so you can top up with other colours if you so wish. I'm loving the effect of this leaf, you know, with the heat embossing. Look
and
at
that's
that.
a beauty. Yeah.
That's got. How's that been done then, Hazel?
So that's been, you put the mask down, and then I would highly recommend doing it with a brush, inking over it.
Ah,
and there's another way that you can do it. You can
edge.
actually ink through the waist and then put the mask back in its waist.
Got you.
And ink through, and it just gives a stunning effect.
Got you. Let me just show you 1 or 2 of the male ones as well, because it's important to be fair, isn't it, and show you a bit of everything.
I really love working with the male ones.
I'm not surprised. I mean, these are great for teenagers, small children.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I'm thinking some of the other stamps we've seen previously, you know, some of the fun stamps, the stars will work perfectly, of course, the circles.
There you go,
it just
Christmas.
keeps going, doesn't it?
That's changing out the happy birthday, popping in the happy Christmas.
Yeah.
You can have stars at Christmas, and I think that looks gorgeous on the paper as well.
It really does.
This is a
look
clever
at
one.
That is clever.
Yeah, and that's just using the smaller elements, but it's just so clever. I think that one's Philippa.
That is Philippa.
There you go. I think this is
correctly.
Philippa as well. I love this. This is so my colours and up my street. I love that.
Wow. Well, yes, that was Philippa, by the way. We are approaching 1/3 of the stock gone already. That's everything that you get in there. Do you know, there's so many more samples. I hope I get to show you some more, but of course, Hazel, hopefully, will be back for many more shows because the rate the stock is going, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. Now, we've seen the dies. The dies extremely busy. In fact, they sold out, didn't they? We're still working on that. But I did mention more glosses for you as well. You do get 2 packs, new colours there in the collection, but we've got some more here for you as well. Now, these are the colours from the one-day special again. So if you do want to double up on them, you certainly can. You're getting 2 packs of the Tutti Frutti and 2 packs of the earth tones. So, as we've said, Hazel, great, because you can go bright and cheerful, you can go grungy, you've got all those colours that you should ever want. I love the fact that you've got different sizes all on one card there as well. £13.96, 862 533. In fact, I'm going to go as far as saying, if you're going for the collection, you've missed out on the dies for the time being. We'll come back to that if we can get more stock. But definitely go for a paper pad. Go for more glosses because I know you're going to use them. You can split the cost of those as well. If you are going for these individually, the item number is 862 533. Now, if that's not enough, we've got a mix pack for you as well. Now, there's different designs here. Now, different item number. So we've got hearts, we've got stars, we've got dots. We've got some beautiful shapes. Got some gorgeous samples here as well. Now, 4 packs of the stars. Just looking at those lovely colours there. And you can see why they're called glosses.
They would work in fabulous with the collection.
They would, wouldn't
and
they?
And the hearts.
Yes, definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
Definitely. The hearts are there. You've got everything
And
right
the
from
dots.
pastel as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's the hearts, the dots.
And you've got sparkly
And we've
dots
got
there as
sparkly
well.
ones. Oh, is that teardrops at the bottom as
Yeah,
well?
teardrops
the
too.
little droplets. Oh, my goodness. £6 saving here. £6 saving, down to £29.39. 716 522 is the item number there. I've got 1 or 2 samples here using the glosses as way of decoration. I mean, these are just stunning because you can place them wherever you wish. You can go with a few, you can go with a lot. I love how things are just kind of scattered around.
I know. Julie loves to work in threes and like triangular shapes as well. I heard her say that on a live last night, I think it was. But these cards here, Julie's made these and she's done them from the papers as well. And she's got 4 cards from one piece of A5. So she's cut the papers into strips and that's why you've got all of the different colours there.
Absolutely beautiful. 716522. You're getting, was it 150 we're getting there? 150 in total, so less than 20 pence per drop. Lovely. Lots to think about, isn't there? But don't think too hard because the stock is going, then I don't know what is going to happen during the rest of the shows. Oh, I'm getting another update. It's one of those shows, Hazel. They're coming thick and fast. Right, okay, so the dies. We've made some calls. We have managed to secure some more stock. These are going to be dispatched from the 1st of November, so not long at all to wait. £12.99, same price, same saving. Item number 987095. If you did miss out before they sold out the first time, grab these very, very quickly. I don't think they're going to be hanging around. There we go. Right. Is it you ready, Hazel? She's ready. She's ready, waiting for demo. She's rubbing her hands. Right, I'm going to hand it over to Hazel right now.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start off with the girls set, and I've just made, you know me and my stamp storage, but I've kept it just single this time. So I'm going to use the main image. Now there is text on there. There's no rules to say you've got to have it straight, but me being me, I will need it straight. So I'm just looking to make sure that's straight, and I'm just going to pop that down. So I'm going to put it into my stamping platform, and I'm going to, do you know what? I did treat myself.
Did you? You've got new inks?
Got a new ink.
Hazel, I'm just looking there at what you've put down, the stamp that you've just put onto your platform, and now that we know we've got the dies back, you can put little photographs behind there as well, can't you?
And do you know what the great thing about it is too? And you'll have to forgive me because I am a little bit excited. If you cut out of Super Smooth this shape, you can stamp any image on there and then place the sentiment in there. So this is what I mean about the dies and everything working together. It really is versatile. So stamp the image down.
I don't want to stop you. I've just thought of something else as well. You know, we do stamping. If we haven't got a platform, especially, we've just got blocks, and sometimes we stamp a lovely image and we don't do it quite right. Don't ever throw it away. You can take that die again and just choose an area of an image that maybe you're not particularly happy with. It doesn't have to be perfection, does it?
No, definitely not. And that is the beauty with this collection as well. Like you said, you can do it clean and crisp, or you can do it more grungy. So that to me is, I love it. Let's just get a little cloth. I'll be good. Oh, I can't because I can't find my water. That's fine. So that's our stamp done. I'm just going to move that to the side. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in the 3 dies, and I'm going to just chop this up because I'm going to use it in 3 separate elements on the card. So I'm just going to line those up. Now this one, you'll be able to see the line around. Yeah. This one fits perfect. That one fits perfect. And I've even got myself a bit of tape ready. So I'm just going to
You can see where to place so easily as well, can't you?
Yeah. And then we'll just layer that in our machine. So it will work with all of your, if you've just got a small bed machine, then it will work perfectly. Rather than me, I must remember not to go because I don't want all the cards to fall off. Just be careful because obviously I've just stamped that with a new ink pad. I know that when I lift this off, I will have ink on my plate. So I'm going to give it a little rub just so that if I'm die cutting something else, it doesn't transfer. Okay, so when we take that apart, I've got one element. And then we've got this element. And then we've got that one. So just take my tape away, put my dies back. So then for the background, I've cut myself a square of card, and this is going to go onto here, but I want to jazz it up with some of the elements that we've got in the set. Okay. So I'm going to pick up the fern leaf, and I'm also going to pick up, there's a like a dictionary definition of fern, and I'm going to stamp that down the middle. So before I stamp, I want to make sure that I've got one in the centre. So I'm going to keep that ring in place, and I'm going to, okay, I'm just pondering, because when you stamp sometimes with oxides, it might just tone the ink down, but I'm happy. So I'm going to place that, there's your middle one, and now I can take that out the way and I can just repeat.
Oh, right,
so I might now do the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Obviously you could size it perfectly in your platform, but so long as I've got my top, my bottom and my middle okay, I should be fine. And then that one and that one. I thought, I just went on to my older pad then. I thought that doesn't feel the same. So now I'm going on to Kitsch Flamingo. And I'm just going to ink
colour
up.
I've still not got, you know.
So I'm just going to add in. So we're just building up a background. And I'm not, I don't even care if I don't get the full image stamped. I'm just, there's so many different elements that we can add in here. And then I'm going to go into a slightly darker pink. This is Pick Raspberry. And maybe we'll have...
Now, just as you're stamping there, Hazel, I'm just going to let everybody know, if you've not spotted it already, we are very busy on the phone lines. Why wouldn't we be? Yes, we are. We've got about 3-minute queues at the moment. If you can make your way to the website or use the app, it will be quicker. But if you do stay with us, we will get to you as quickly as possible. Yes, we are having a very busy launch show.
So I'm just going in now and using some of the small elements just to kind of just keep an eye at what you're doing. And I don't want it all to be, I wanted some black so that it caught your eye. This one I'm going to go in the Pick Raspberry. So just have a little look. So this is a lovely little circle. Now just see where you're going to stamp it to make sure that you can see it. That's it.
Nice.
That was just seeing. I just want to see a little bit peeking out the side, just a peeking. And then I'm going to go back to my large fern, and I'm going to do this in the softer, the Kitsch Flamingo. And I'm going to just pop that. Oh, I knew I'd do that. I knew it.
Nobody saw it.
If I've dented my cards, I'll be crying in the corner. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that in. So it's just behind that fern. So now, when we pop this in, that's just going to be in the centre. And then I'm going to like layer this one up, and then this one I'm going to personalise. So to start off with, just going to use my cloth because I've got a bit of ink. I'm going to use, probably got a little bit of black on here. I'm just going to tone this, take the polar white off of it. Just add a little bit of black. And then I might actually add a little bit more of the fern leaf, just there, just soft in the background. And then I'm going to switch it up, and we're going to go, we'll personalise. So we've got 2 my and 2 our. So this, on this one, I'm going to put 2 my. And I prefer, I'm going to keep that out, I prefer to stamp the descriptive word first.
Okay.
So whether I'm going to use them off the female set or the male, because I can mix and match, I am going to put beautiful. And I stamp that first. And I'm going to do it in black, and I'm going to do it in that one. So find the middle.
Ah, is that why you go with the descriptive word first? Because you know it's going to be in the centre.
I've got that one on there.
Lovely.
And then I'm going to pick up my 2 my. You only have to kiss these down. You don't have to squidge them. It's just a little gentle kiss. And then who are we going to send it to? I mean, it could be anybody. And this is where I'm going to struggle, because I'm going to go, should I do this? Should I do that? Let's go niece. We'll have niece.
Oh. So we've had a lovely email in, Hazel.
Have we?
Yes, this is from Simon from Pearlywinks.
Hello, Simon.
Lovely to hear from you, Simon. Congratulations on your very first collection, Hazel. It's an absolutely fantastic concept. It certainly is. You are a genius, and I know Pearlywinks sprays have been used a lot, haven't they, in samples as well?
Yes. Thank you so much, Simon. That means the world. Thank you.
Yes, do check out Pearlywinks as well if you get the opportunity. Simon does say this is definitely a go-to collection. Totally agree with you. perfect for all occasions. Of course, we've taught male, we've taught female. You know, you can really stretch this as far as you wish. I don't think anybody's going to put this away, Hazel. It's going to stay on the desk and that's it.
My mum has only been crafting since March.
Has she?
And she got this. And she is just making cards. She's like made her husband's and her son-in-law's, and she just keeps making them. They're amazing.
Oh, wow. Actually, that's brought me to a question, the obvious one.
Yeah.
Can we make to sell?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Definitely.
So as long as we're making something with the product, we can sell them.
Yeah, yeah.
These are going to look great on the stand, aren't they, if you're doing some sort of fundraising?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. We're seeing some more samples here as well. Oh,
Beautiful.
that paper, Hazel.
Yeah. Stunning.
Look at that. I love the fact that you've got words like awesome in there as well,
Yeah,
because, for the younger generation especially, you know, they're words that will be used.
I love this card as well. It just shows them papers off beautifully.
Doesn't
and
it
stamps.
just?
Yeah, gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
So to continue with the card, I've gone large. So I've got a 20 by 40, and then I've chosen 2 bits of paper because I don't know which one I want to use. So I thought I would show you. That's my skinny stripe, and I've got the pink on the black on the back. And this is how it would look. Okay, so if you want to go really girly, you could have the pink.
Yeah.
If you want to tone it down, you could have the stripe.
Like that.
And if you want to put the black in, or the wider stripe.
Do you know, that really hasn't helped, Hazel. I thought I was going to be able to help choose there for you. I haven't got a clue.
Do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go for this, but I'm also going to extend the pattern out. I thought I was finished, but I'm not. And this is the thing. There's just so many ideas. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to use a bit of oxide, black oxide this time. And again, I'm just going to have a few. This is so much softer. I know why.
Oh, is that... Are you wanting a softer look with the oxide, or is another reason why you've chosen the oxide ink?
I did want a softer look, but this might be too soft, but I'll probably stamp a black one over the top. I'm just going to put some ferns. Yeah, I don't want it to steal the show. I still want you to be focally zoning into that centrepiece.
Okay.
But I have got a dry pad and then a juicy one. So we'll just have a few...
Actually, this particular stamp, it really doesn't matter if you're offset, if you do go over the top, because I think that will even increase the look of this.
Well,
we've had another lovely email in.
Okay.
This is from Tracy Evans.
Oh!
She's peeling carrots as we speak.
Oh.
No, she's not. It's just an in-joke.
Okay.
Now, congratulations, Hazel. I'm sure this is going to be the first of many. Enjoy every minute. Big hugs from Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy. That's lovely.
Oh, and of course, Tracy knows all too well, doesn't she, what it feels like to stand here and launch your own designs.
Oh, that's lovely. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of this because I could go on.
I really like that, Hazel, where you've got the softer look and then the stronger.
Just gives it another layer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there because otherwise we'll be the whole hour on this card. And I've got so much to show you, believe me. I know it seems a shame to hide that pink, but you do get 2 sheets.
But it also gives you the option of curling back the paper, tearing into it,
so
folding
many
it
options.
as well.
Just be careful if you've used a really wet pad. But that's where we're going. Then I'm going to keep this one nice and crisp. I could raise it up, but just because I want to show you so much, I'm going to stick it flat. I'm going to find the centre, but already you can see that's just going to be framing it.
Do you know, I really like that. That was a really good move, Hazel, I think, adding that frame in the corners.
You see, when I was designing the pad, I thought, oh, shall I do some stamp ones? But then I thought, do you know what? No, I think I'll do them plain because you can always add 2, but you can't take it away. And that was my thinking.
And obviously you have thought so hard about it and you'll have gone through the motions, you'll have changed things, I'm sure, along the way. But the size of everything is just perfect. You're working on an 8x8 card there. We've seen 6x6s, we've seen boxes, we've seen smaller cards. Of course, there's a home decor, there's tags. Everything is absolutely sized to perfection, I think, to go with all of those different sizes and far beyond.
Right, I'm just going to, because I've forgotten in all the excitement to paint me little circles in. So I love...
circles.
I love to just pick out a little bit on these, take the excess off and just fade them out because I just think it looks really nice. And there's some really nice bright samples in there as well. From Philippa, she's done some lovely yellow and really bright ones, and Sue Morgan as well. Well, everybody has done fabulous samples. So that's the finishing touches there. And then I'm just going to grab the Happy.
Do you know, Hazel, you've said a couple of things, actually, and you mentioned, I don't know if it was in our prep meeting or whether you said it earlier on in the show, but for somebody that's new to paper crafting as well,
yeah,
this is a great collection.
It is, because
you've got so much to go at.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't managed to get the dies, maybe you haven't got a die cutting machine, but the fact
you can
that
still
you've got the
use
stamps,
it without the dies.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when we start crafting, and I know this, like, well, I can remember, I know it's a lot of years ago, but when I first started crafting, the first thing you do is send cards to your friends and your family. This set is perfect because you've got all of the elements that you need. All of that personalisation.
To make for them, don't they?
Exactly.
So you've still got all the elements you need.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, can you just, I need one for my great-grandniece. You can do it because it's in the set.
Of course.
Ah, glosses.
That looks absolutely fantastic. Just as you had the glosses, what brought me to say about beginners as well was not only that thought that we had that conversation, but you've just used the pink and the black ink. If you're limited to the inks you've got as well, you can see what an amazing, amazing project you can create just using 2 different colours, using 1 colour with the collection, and then add a little bit of colour with the glosses. I mean, Hazel's used the ink, she's using the glosses as well, and of course you've got all those colours that will match perfectly because it's meant to go together. It is a collection.
Yeah, and I have mastered, I tell you, Julie's going to be so proud. I have mastered picking up my glosses. I have found the perfect tweezers, because when you've got falsy nails on, they're too thick, you can't pick. So if you get yourself a lovely pair of pointy tweezers, you can add them on. There's our first card.
That is beautiful. Hazel, that was meant to go with your shirt.
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah.
It really was. I thought you'd take inspiration. I didn't know whether it was the card that came from the shirt or the shirt that came from the card. But isn't that beautiful? All created from 1 or 2 elements from the collection. Oh, my goodness, we've got 92 individual stamps within those sets. We've got the papers. We've got, in fact, there's 36 double-sided sheets in there, those gorgeous colours as well. We've got 180 glosses. We've got 2 stencils with the masks. So you've got the opportunity to work with those in so many different ways as well. I'm going to go through the details again, because for Freedom members, if you think that you are not even paying for the stencils and masks, and you've still got about £1 in change as well, those papers there, beautiful colours, as you can see. Let's just go back to those masks a second. If you look at the price for them individually, £15.98. You can't get them. They're there at the bottom of the screen. So you look at the saving, Freedom members, £17.99. That's what you are saving. So you're £15.98. Take it up to, in fact, it's nearly £2. It's nearly £2. We've been saying about £1. It's nearly £2. Well, in fact, I'm saying nearly, it's over. It's £2 and a penny. We can't cheat you out of that penny because it counts. 219081 is the item number. The fact that you've got Flexi as well, if you are going for an extra paper pad, you can get that individually. The dies are back in stock. They sold out. They absolutely flew. £12.99 is the price for them today. There is a £6, I think it was, £6 saving on the digest. Just had that verified as well. So take advantage of everything while we've got those discounted prices. Not only that, we've got the most amazing samples, and we've got some of them on a VT as well. So we're going to show you that video right now so you can take that inspiration. Here we go. Well done once again, design team. Absolutely incredible work. And there's so many more samples we haven't seen yet. And I'm saying yet because hopefully we'll get through them all throughout the shows. Now, another update for you. Remember the dies they sold out? Oh, it could be going the same way because the extended stock, 70% of that stock has gone. You have got a £6 saving. £12.99 is going to get you these. There are 21 dies. I actually counted them myself to check, and there are 21 dies there. You're seeing how you can use just a few of them in demonstration to cut out those stamped images, to take away that centre, to form the frames, to change the sentiments in and out. That's just scratching the surface. 987095 is the item number if you are going for the dies. Don't go for those without the collection if you can afford to do so. Split the cost on the dies as well. The collection will give you so much to work with. I'm so with Hazel, with the sentiment stamp set there as well. That little shape with the concave edges.
Yeah.
So useful. I have noticed it in a lot of the samples where it's been used.
Yeah, there's a male one at the back and there's that beautiful one there. Yeah, both of those.
Yeah, I've got a couple here, if I may show it. I haven't shown these ones before either. I was going to say about pattern building because that's what Leonie did so well earlier on, and look, you can do exactly the same thing. Isn't that incredible? Look at the background there, how that's been used, and if I just show you the other one as well, works amazingly well in between all of those circles. Beautiful. That's just a couple more ideas. There's so many more. Now then, the one-day special, oh my goodness, it is flying. We need to see more demonstrations though, don't we? Let's get back to Hazel as quickly as possible and see what she's got for us right now. Hazel, where are we going next?
So we're going to move on to the All About the Boys, and we're going to mix it up with some of the circle sentiments. So I've just gone ahead and stamped this while you were waiting, and I'm just going to layer this up. We'll cut this, I'm going to cut it again because I think it's going to match really well with what we're doing. We're going to make... and get the sticky off my fingers, a twisted easel.
Oh, nice. It's a long time since I've seen a twisted easel.
I've been making matching cards. I know it sounds
You
bonkers.
have got some beautiful boxes and gift bags in front of you as well.
Yes, I have.
And I love the card with the twiddly bit.
Oh, I need to bring that in. Shall I?
Yeah,
Can I bring it in now?
Seen, Hazel, just in case we miss it.
Right, okay. I'll hold it here, look.
Okay.
Just look at this.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I absolutely love it. This one is Emma Smith. So you've got your personalisation down here to my awesome husband. You've got the with love on there, and then it spins, and you've got the gorgeous glosses. This is from the big pack at the end.
Oh.
But how effective, let me hold it up there, look. How effective is that?
That is beautiful. Wouldn't that be lovely as well for a new baby or something? So you could put maybe the date on the front, because you could, you know, use other stamps or write it in, and then on the back, as you spin it round, you've got a little picture.
That would be perfect. And do you know what? You could do that because it says wonderful, brilliant, fabulous. I had to read. I don't know why, because I put it there. But yes, that's that one. So let's get this one die cut. Okay. I just hope I remember where I put my plate.
Yeah, we're going all international tonight as well, Hazel.
Are we?
We certainly are. We've got customers from the US and also from Europe as well. So lovely to have you company. And thank you for purchasing, because I know you are.
Aww. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to use a different colour palette. We're going to go with a scattered straw, salvage patina, and prize ribbon.
Oh, nice.
And these actually match really quite well with the papers, and also the glosses, your earth tones and your tutti fruttis, they all kind of match together. So for this bit first, I'm going to use... We'll just take some of this ink down, and I just like to go in with my water brush and add colour into the background there, and put a bit of brown in as well. I also love chopping the elements out and layering those on. There's just so many ideas. So we'll add a bit of blue in, and then a bit of patina.
Oh, you've got a lot of support out there, Hazel. We've had another lovely email from Christine. Oh, thank you, Christine.
Oh, hi, Christine.
Hazel, you have done a brilliant job with this kit. I'm so pleased to say I put mine into my basket right at the beginning of the show.
Fantastic.
Oh, they do match Julie's dies perfectly as well, of course they do. Beautiful. She's enjoying the show as well, Hazel.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Christine. So just pick out these elements. I'm just mixing and matching my colours, just so I've got a bit of everything. You can go in and ink there, but I think I'm going to keep that crisp. I'm going to use that as a tuck. And with this one, I'm just going to grab a foam and a tool. I'm going to use some salvage patina just to ink around this one, just to tie in the colours before I personalise it. So this one... Oh, this is my husband's birthday card.
I did ask you not so long ago if you get a chance to make cards for yourself, and you said when I'm sample making or demoing, that's when I make my cards. So I can see.
And it is true.
I can see how that will end up as someone's card.
So I will have this time. I'll have to my. Oh no, because we're picking the descriptive word, Hazel.
Ah, yes.
We will go. We've done wonderful on that one, so I'm going to go fabulous. No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my mind.
You're going to change.
I'm going to go to the
what
ladies'
word's going to go in there now? We're not going with wonderful. We're not going with fabulous. What are we going with?
We're going for loving.
Oh.
Where else can you get to my loving husband?
Oh.
So I'm going to stamp that one down in salvage patina.
Do you know what? If you want those dies, oh my goodness me, limited stock on extended delivery. They are here, 21 dies. You really need to be quick again. We had to beg for these for the extended stock. Oh my goodness, £6 saving, £12.99, 987 095. You've seen just a fraction of the set in use so far. There's so many elements within that set as well. I think some people are going to be disappointed. You are definitely going to miss out if you're not quick with this one.
I'm sticking with husband. He can have a couple. Now, because I've got the height from the L there, I could tuck this in or I could just move it to the side, and there isn't any rules, so I'm going to move it to the side on this one. And I've got to my loving husband. I've got that element done. So now we need to look at the background. Now I've got two bits of card. These are 13 centimetres square.
Okay.
And I need to just get some ink and get some decoration on them. So, to start off, I'm just going to pop some scattered straw down. How are we on time?
We have got left, about 9 minutes, Hazel.
Oh, that's good, that's good. Bit of water. I'll try not to get them too wet, but I do want to try and get both bits.
Nice.
So just a bit of scattered straw in the background, and then I should get, yeah, that's good. We'll do that, and then this rag's going to get dizzy. I keep chucking it all over the place. We'll move that away. I'm going to give that a second just to settle in a bit.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a quick blast.
A trusty wow heat from there as well.
There we go. As always, I do cheat. I can't help it. I'm just impatient. And I do just want this subtle in the background.
Okay.
So then we're going to come in with some of our stamps, and I am going to mop that up just in case. I've done myself a matte layer for them, so the prize ribbon really bounces that off.
That is a lovely colour, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. So to start off with, we're going to go into the sentiment circle set, which is hidden under here. And we're going to use one of these corners. Now, I can, do you know what? I am going to be easy on myself. No, don't.
I noticed these corners, you know. I think for me, I would be using these probably more than even everything else, even though these would be my go-to. I just love these corners. And you can place them around any size of cardstock, can't you?
Absolutely. So I was going to set this up in my platform, but for speed, I'm just going to go round, and I've just missed that one. Yeah, I'm tucking them up nice and tight in the corners. So a little bit is actually coming off the side, but it just is going to frame my card. So just tuck that in. And it doesn't matter if they're not all the same. Well, that's what I tell myself. Yeah, if they're not, it's going to bug me, but, you know, I'm sure I'll live with it.
Well, are you one of these that will go around with a fine liner and scribble around the edge? Or do you find...
I do. I like doing that because it doesn't have to be perfect, but...
Well, that's why I asked, because you said if it's not perfect with the corners, it would bug you. But if you do that, then it's not perfect. So why?
No, OK, so let me explain. So looking at those... Actually, OK,
they're perfect.
They are.
You can't say anything.
I can't tell you. OK, this one's a little bit off. I'm going to be honest.
Hazel.
It's a bit off. But this one, this is going to be the one that I'm going to use. This can be the bottom, and I'll hide. So
but
don't tell anyone.
The style of them, I don't think you can be off.
No.
Because they are kind of hand-drawn effect, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. Right then, let's get dipping into here. So we've got a beautiful running text. I'll call it a running text.
Okay.
And I'm just going to sample this on the back of my notes to make sure that I've got it the right way up. Yeah.
Oh, birthday, wonderful, brilliant, fabulous, I can see. Oh, that's very apt then, isn't it?
So I've done that wonky now.
Nobody can see it's wonky.
We need it wonky. No, I'm going to straighten this one up and just go softly. So on yours, obviously, take a bit more time. And I always like to take a couple off just so that it's in the background. And if I speedily do this on both of them, I'll just put a little bit on this one. I don't want it to be exactly the same. We'll push that to the side. Okay, so now we'll look at the stars. We've got this gorgeous one here. I bet that time's ticking, isn't it? The time goes so fast though, doesn't it?
The time does fly, doesn't it?
So prize ribbon. So the idea here is the same sort of thing. Have a look, and I want to get some detail going around. So I'm going to have prize ribbon, I said, didn't I? Make sure you've got a good covering. And I'll bring that out to the side. This has got a beautiful text running all the way through. Where's that little rag? We've got the circles. And I'm going to do this in a chocolate. I really like building in my background as well, using them descriptive words and adding them in. They just look brilliant. There's lots of different stars in this set. We're going for different colours and just start building up. There's a lovely trio. This one can go in a darker brown. Down here, maybe one up there. And we've got, this one's got the wood grain going through. Let's do that one in a bit of salvage patina. But you can just go on and on until you don't have to go overboard. You can just put a little bit in. We'll go there. So let's just put our circle in and see how we're looking. Because I'm just catching a little bit. And I've actually gone ahead and I've inked a piece of card randomly with the 3-4 colours I'm using. And I've stamped these from the sentiment circles and cut them out ahead of time. Because I'm going to have my Just For You is going to slip in there. And you can see it all kind of, it will all come together. So on my sentiment circle set, there's a lovely star on there as well. This is the great thing. You can just go between the sets and there's just so many different... Let me just make sure this is up the right way because, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to have a little star there. You can cut them out and raise them up. There's a lovely hashtag. Let's have one of those. And
these would make great invitations for a party as well, I think, with the stars.
Yeah, they are so usable though. Let's put this one in there as well. I'm not going to do too much more because you're getting the gist. We'll add some brown and a little bit of blue.
Okay.
Because it has to be done.
So again, the circles
Add
there.
a bit. Pull that out. On my sample that I've got in front of me, it's a lot more vibrant than this one. This is a softer one.
Yeah, but it shows the difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And the way that things can change so much just by doing it in a different colour. I'm looking for scattered straw now, and I know you shouldn't just take that from the pad, but I was quick.
Nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it apart from everybody that I told. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that one in there. Okay.
Love it.
So I've got a happy birthday. I'm going to stick that down. And I'm just going to use a portion of this one.
Okay.
Now what I would normally do is use this, place it in, and then I'll get that and just tuck it in so I know that the right bit's going to be showing. And then I could raise this one up, to be fair, but I'm just going to stick it flat. It would look lovely raised up.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
So that is nice and central. And then because it was cut with the dies, that's going to fit in that little
hole. I love how
hole.
you've coloured that with the ink in the centre there.
Yeah.
And doesn't
it's
that
a
draw
nice...
the eye back into the centre as well?
Exactly, yeah. So that, and I could have inked around here as well. I could erase that on pads again, but I am just doing that for speed. Here's a bit of vibrancy. This is just going to make it come alive a little bit. So I'll add that on top there.
Oh, lovely.
I've done myself a little twisted easel base. Now I did do a background as well. Let's do that on there. We'll just layer that on, another bit of super smooth, because it just, again, it just gives it that edge. And then onto, so that's just a 15 by 30, half fold, and then diagonal from the centre out to the point, and that gives you the bit that we want. So we're going to glue that down, and that should be the perfect.
Oh, do you know, we're
How are we doing?
almost out of time. Would you believe that is perfect timing, Hazel? Absolutely wonderful.
I'm going
my
to turn
goodness.
that round. I'm going to show you that that would have been the stopper, but I'll bring in my card just to show you. There you go.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, Hazel. And now you've put the whole thing together with the base of the card as well. It is stunning.
And with the glosses as well, it just, you can see those glinting in the background there. A fun card to make.
Absolutely amazing. If you haven't checked your baskets out yet, you need to do so now. I'm going to show you 1 or 2 more samples when we've had a look at everything that we've got here again. So the 2 stencils, the glosses, 3 stamp sets which contain 92 individual stamps. You've got the papers there, 36 papers. 36 double-sided papers, 170 GSM. Use your heat embossing, use your sprays, use your inks, use just black and white if you want to do that. Absolutely gorgeous. Details on the screen. Now, before I give any more details, there's something else I need to do because... I've got goosebumps.
I've got goosebumps.
Our lovely Julie Hickey has sent these in for you, Hazel.
They are beautiful.
Congratulations on your launch. I can tell you, you've absolutely smashed it during this hour. More to come, of course. Do you want to turn those around so everybody can see them? Because they are absolutely beautiful. Look at those.
And they're my favourite. I love autumnal colours.
Oh,
thank you so much.
We are into the last few seconds. What a launch it's been. Hazel will be back. Those 2 demonstrations are incredible. Over 1/3 in the entire stock of the collection gone. We're sold out on the die twice. That was a different item number. Do pop in extra paper pads. Do look at the extra glosses. But if you're going for the collection, 219081. Remember, Freedom members, or if you join today, you're not paying for the stencils. You've still got £2 and a penny change as well. And we've got Flexi. Yes, I do remember all those incredible figures because, you know, they're great savings, aren't they? Hazel, thank you so much.
It's been amazing.
Much more to come. I'm going to go and join Leonie next afternoon.